wear that outfit again. And if you wanna keep it sweet, because I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me. Did you know that when you used to debut her phone number one single song? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls that ate some of their brains. Gotta return some videotapes. I'm really late. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I'm probably returning videotapes.
What is going on, everybody? It is. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Jeez.
It's Tuesday.
Losing all track of time and space. Tell you what. How you doing, Kayla?
I'm doing good. I kicked my own ass at the gym. So
shit. trying to live healthy compared to the rest of us. I like it. I like it. It should be the way it should be. I like it. It's the only thing to do. Live healthy. I guess. The older we get. I mean, you are obviously very young. Me, on the other hand, 40.
Am I very young?
That's what I mean. Let's just go with it.
I'll go with it. With
it. Say out of the chat real quick. So I don't see you here on my StreamYard anymore, but I do know that Noah was first. So NTM Comics, Hale, you were the first one. Good to see you. We also have Mark in the house. He said, huge fan of Turner's Superman Batman run. Look forward to buying these each month when they're coming out. Yeah, this was a good time, and probably one of the last good times I remember in comics personally. When this was coming out, I think DC was doing some cool stuff. We still had Turner kind of putting out some of this stuff. He was doing his rise with DC. I think his Soulfire shit was still coming out at the time. I can't remember. But this was the last good period I remember in comic books before, in my opinion, it kind of all went to shit not too long after that. We got Rick Saylor in the house. So I don't know if I have any of these, but funny feeling I'm gonna need them. Yeah, that's what the show is for. Make you go out and spend money that you might not have. That's what I'm here for. Jaro, this is going to be good. It should be good. Thank you. And good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Got Wiley J. Draws in the house. Hail. Anyone see pages from Alex Ross's Fantastic Four project? New? No, I don't know. I haven't bought a new Marvel comic in years and not a big fan of Ross, but this looks like maybe great. Yeah, I didn't even know he was doing anything, to be honest with you. So that is a no for me. I have not. Kayla, you?
No, I have not seen anything yet.
Yeah, I didn't even know what was happening. Alex Ross is great, not particularly my taste of what I like out of comics. Like fantastic artist, painter, just not really what I never really collected a lot of his stuff because it's just, it's not my taste. That's all.
It's very realistic. That's what he does. A lot of realism. I think he was inspired by Norman Rockwell. I saw an exhibit at New York Comic Con that he had. He had like a whole exhibit one year. I think it was 2017, maybe 2018. But they had a whole exhibit of Alex Ross, and it had a bunch of his artwork, his processes in there. It was pretty amazing, actually. But yeah, he's very all about realism. So that's what he brings to the superhero genre, which you like more, I would say, like the dynamic, fun.
Yeah. like I said, don't get me wrong. I like Alex, he's a talented dude. I'd go to an exhibit of his for sure. Just comic wise, like somebody else, I'd rather read, Todd McFarlane or something over Alex Ross personally. But got Astro Zombie in the house. Hail, Astro Zombie. Good to see you, a member of this channel. We got Zach Fernandez. Hail, Joe. Hail to see you, brother. The Art and Times of Jay Ryan. So many streams. I know. Like, it's just stream wars lately. Everybody's streaming every day. It's hail, brother. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. We got B Rose. B Rose. How is your chest feeling after Anna stepped all over you at the hell is that Comic Con called?
Was it the anime one?
Yeah, anime Matsuri
or something. Matsuri.
Yeah. Yeah, he had Anna the Star Wars girl step on him. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I didn't see it. I wish I saw that.
Somebody super chatted him. I can't remember what it was, but it was a good amount for her to step on him, and she definitely did. Although she is kind of a small, like hobbit-like size girl, right? So yeah, maybe it didn't. Yeah, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal, but. Kudos to you, P Rose, for doing whatever you have to do for the chat, man.
He enjoyed it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely did. Especially, the costume that she was wearing, it was like this like Sailor Moon kind of anime girl cosplay thing. So we got Survive Infinity 0088 says, hail Joe, hail Sean, and the chat. Hail to you, brother. Good to see you. Let's see where we got here. Going down. Matt. Hail, Matt. Hail, Black Rose. Yeah, I agree. We have Leave Me Alone, Please No. I like that. I think I got that right. Am I right? I'm
Leave me
surprised I
alone,
got that.
please no.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I
letters
love
all
that.
together. I'm surprised I got that. That's great. Hail to you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, here in the Steadfast, member of the channel. Hail, everyone. Hail to you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. I want to make sure I get everybody. My first time here. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If it is your first time, please like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the content. We look at comic book art on this channel and, just have good conversation. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for being here. Noah is an absolute alpha giga Chad. Speaking of which, hail NCM. Yeah, that's up there. Yeah, solid.
It's like top tier.
We got Courtney in the house. Hail, she says, sup, Joe Santeg and everyone else. Just popping in and send some love. Have a great one. Well, you too. Thank you for joining us for a second. Appreciate it. We got King Crawl in the house. Kaka. Ahoy there, folks. Ahoy to you. Ahoy. Got Ace in the house. Hail, peeps. Yeah, a lot of great people in here. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's always good to see everybody in here. Charles Rivas did see you earlier. He did post something. He made a mock-up of Reaper Destroyer for the WWE 2022 video game. Ooh. I did check that out. He dropped the link in it earlier. If it's still on with the YouTube chat, go check that out, guys. It's actually pretty cool. All right, we're going to jump into this. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll be here for a little bit. She got time. YouTube Google caused this name. Really? I like it. It's a good one. And with my dyslexia, I am so incredibly shocked that I was able to get it. Leave me alone, no, please.
Like a pro.
Please no, yeah. I messed up that one, but yeah, leave me alone, please no. I got that one right. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Our names are not up here. Let me correct that real quick. Oh no, they are. Yep, I did. Sorry. They disappear when I do that. That's what it is. My bad. All right. We are looking at some really cool art. I really wanted to just do a Michael Turner stream and look at the Batman Superman run he did, which was very inspiring for me as a young artist. I think when this came out, I was like 22 or something like that when it came out. So I was still really in the thick of trying to get into the conventions, get my work seen. And at the time I hadn't started working on Reaper Destroyer yet, but this was one of the runs that came out and just really lit a fire under my ass. And I was already a big fan of Michael Turner anyway, but this was, I think, some of his best work. Just beautiful looking book. But I also, after the news of the new Spawn Batman book that they're going to be doing in December with Capullo and Mcfarlane getting back together and bringing this book to life, I thought we'd take a quick look at the original Spawn Batman by Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane and just kind of refresh on that. Weebery is not a crime. True. It's true. For sure. I agree. All right, guys, I worked on my camera a little bit, so hopefully this will be better than it normally is.
Ooh, looks good.
It looks a lot better than it did. So
a lot of people don't realize Todd McFarlane, before he did Spider-Man, before he did Hulk, before he did Spawn, he did Batman first. He actually did it was Batman Detective Comics. Yeah, I remember the oh, hail Rick Saylor, a new member of the channel. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Really do. We're trying to build the members on this channel. If you become a member on this channel, we do art giveaways every 4 months. By the way, the very first art giveaway is coming up here in about 2 weeks. So members of the channel, we're going to be raffling off an original piece of art by me, and one of you guys are going to get it. The longer it stays smaller members, the bigger chance you have, or the best chance you have to win. So maybe you guys don't want to see the channel grow, but I would like to see more and more members to this channel because well, I got some news coming up I'll tell you guys all about in maybe a week or so. I don't want to talk about it just yet, but to me, it's pretty exciting for sure. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Batman. The only thing I know about McFarlane's Batman run is that very iconic cover he has. I don't even know what number or what issue comic it is, but it's the cover we all know. Yes. It's the it's the most famous one. It's the most famous one. It's a badass piece of art. That's the only thing I really know. Oh shit, got another member. Thank you, appreciate it. Senpai Live, I like that. Became a new member. Thank you, appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
stick with this channel. I'll be doing updates. We do this show every Tuesday night at 9 or 10. I think we're going to switch back to 10 o'clock. But appreciating Comic Book Art Live, we do here. And I might do some random streams every once in a while. But I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on and when we're going to be raffling off that original art. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. So here we go. Camera's looking a little bit better. I still think I need to invest in a better camera. It pisses me off having to spend money on cameras, especially when this one's supposed to be good. And that's all I gotta say. Oh shit! Yeah,
Padrino. I love
El
Padrino.
Padrino in the house.
I simp for Padrino's art.
Oh shit! There you go. I like that.
Padrino's who did my little thing before he became all big on the.
That's right. That's right.
He did my avatar before he's becoming super big.
Oh, big and famous now.
Yeah, he's gonna get super famous.
Yeah. Shit. You know, part of this is the lighting in this.
I mean,
if I have my actual
lamp, you want my lamp and my laptop camera?
If I have the actual light on, I have all these shadows because I got the mic here, I got the camera here, and so just those crazy shadows all over the place. So I have to turn the light down, then try to get another light source on it without bleeding out like all these. You know, I get this kind of light, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I did want to put this like this was by the way, this was a print I got at Fan Expo a couple weeks back by Greg Capullo. Got him to sign it. Absolutely gorgeous. But this kind of is holding up my. It's not allowing me to move my book around really well. It's kind of sticky, so we're going to take that away. Actually, I'm going to take all this bullshit. Way too much stuff here. But doing a lot of work, guys. Doing a lot of work. Stuff is all over in my studio down here. I only bought and read this one a few months ago. Oh, really? No shit. I had the Batman Spawn comic written by Chuck Dixon. Didn't know this one existed back. Yeah, that one, no offense, I thought sucked. No offense. It's just like, you know, I was not a fan of the one that DC put out. Like I was always the one that Image put out, which was this one right here, written by Frank Miller and drawn by Todd McFarlane. Which somebody told me, I think it was Shelby, said that Greg Capullo actually did the layouts for this book. I don't know if that's true or not, but if Shelby said it, I tend to believe
that is true.
Yeah.
I believe that is true.
Yeah, I believe everything Shelby says. He knows what's up. And the more I look at it, the more it kind of does have a Capullo feel than a McFarlane feel in this book.
It does.
Oh, he supposedly did the cover. I guess I could see that. Maybe. I do see that there's not really a signature down there.
Look in the interior. Let's see if it says anything about the cover artist.
It says cover by Todd McFarlane and Kiko something. Taganashi. So who knows? Maybe he did. You know, I mean, everybody had ghost, right? You know, ghost pencilers, ghost inkers back in the day. It could have very well been something that, you know, Todd was bringing Capullo on and did a bunch of stuff before. But I do remember, like, he broke off Spawn to do this book, and that's why Capullo got his run on Spawn, where he did like the 2 or 3 issues on Spawn they did. So, you know, who knows? I tend to believe Shelby and everything he says, though. Capullo is undoubtedly the best Spawn artist, but who is the second? Todd, Angel, Medina? I gotta go with Todd. I mean, yeah, Capullo is the definitive Spawn artist in my opinion, but you got, I mean, you got to go with Todd for the second. You know, it's just because, you know, like I still don't think I'd rather see Greg or Todd draw Spawn than anybody else. Maybe Brett Booth right now would be someone I'd be really interested in seeing drawing the actual Spawn book.
Oh yeah, Brett Booth definitely.
Yeah, Booth is the man. We got the Green Laser in the house. There he is. Rage Talladay's War, everybody. Go check that out. Shelby Robertson, fantastic artist, all around awesome dude. If you have some money to spend, definitely go spend it on his book.
Yeah, he just did a variant for us.
Oh, did he? He's all over the place.
For our second chance campaign. Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he is high in demand. This so this book was fun. I remember when it first came out, like I was a huge fan of Todd McFarlane at the time, so that's the reason why I picked it up. The story was kind of you know, like I'll be honest, like I was not a big fan of the story. Hail, Paul, good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. But the art I still think was pretty good. Even though I do think that Todd draws kind of a funky Batman.
You think he was more emulating some of Miller's Dark Knight stuff, kind of.
Yes,
It looks
thank you.
like to me.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. Now, I'm all for like a creepier style of Batman, but I prefer like Kelly Jones.
Oh yeah, Kelly Jones does some.
Kelly
Yeah, that's some great stuff.
Jones. He's done some crazy, even with the long ears and everything. But this is more emulating, I would say, like Miller's Dark Knight stuff. That's what I see.
Yeah,
it does look like Capullo's layouts. Absolutely.
Yeah. Ever since Shelby said that, like the more I look at this book, it definitely feels that way. Because Todd's got a specific way he lays out his book. It just doesn't necessarily scream Mcfarlane to me in everything.
No.
But yeah, it's Todd. I love anything Todd does, but I will say that his Batman to me was just kind of a little funky. Todd's got a funky style though. I mean, the way that he kind of just poses Batman, a lot more bat-like, I'd say. Just the way he's posing him instead of like heroic Superman. Just the way he's kind of crouched down, really staring at that face is very animalistic. Almost the way he did Spider-Man. The reason why he started drawing Spider-Man in such funky positions was to make him more spider-like, So I really feel like this is look a little bit more bat-like.
I agree. Todd.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I could see that because I do see some of the animation aspects within this.
Good call. I still have Spawn and Batman team up. Yep. Yeah. Hail Tarks 9, another member of the channel. Good to see you, brother. I absolutely love this. This is still just anytime someone captures Batman in a pose like this. And again, Batman's cape is not that long, but I don't give a shit. Like, it just looks too damn cool. The
exaggeration looks amazing. Yeah. That's what really makes the page, in my opinion, with the perspective of the buildings. I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's same thing. I mean, that's a great shot too there.
Yeah.
Capes are fun to draw. Capes are very dynamic. I mean, you can use them for all sorts of things, and giving energy to a page, helping lead the reader's eye, a bunch of different stuff, and just I think that's what's great about characters like Spawn, where you can just go crazy with the cape because it's built into the story. Where Batman, you gotta just let it be. I've always enjoyed artists that draw Batman's cape way bigger than it should be because it just looks cool. I don't care about the realism aspect of it; just make it look cool. Have all the Batman black and white collections. Those were fun. I don't know if I have all of those.
Those are gorgeous books.
Why the pop sticker, Joe? Is it because I'm a minor? Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? Pop sticker.
Why the Pope sticker?
Okay, so I'm a minor, so it's a Pope keeping an eye on me. Okay, so I don't know if it's lore or not, but when we were doing art and stuff, one of my intros was always like the Pope calls me JMS. So it was just something I made up one day, and it kind of caught on, like the Pope thing kind of caught on. So when I was trying to figure out what stickers to put on for my members, I was like, I'm gonna do this, creepy version of the Pope, because in my mind the Pope is kind of creepy looking. But yes, that's exactly what is going on. Sunfire, he's keeping an eye on you because you are a minor. I would just say watch out. If he invites you to hang out in the back room, just say no for right now. Type 1, everybody. Yes, Sean's book is up on Indiegogo right now for sign up, called Type 1. It's a great book, looking 90s kind of feel. It's also a book that kind of highlights the diabetic community as well. It's a very personal book to him. He might be dropping this in September. I don't quite know yet, but just go sign up for it if you can. We're trying to get as many signups as possible. It's going to also be a book that goes to the JDR. I knew I was going to forget it. It's juvenile diabetes. Sorry, he's doing stuff.
It's Juvenile Diabetes Foundation, I believe.
yes, juvenile. Yeah. So it's a great cause. Sign up for it, guys, and back it when it comes out. 100% recommend getting the Destroyer tier. Yes, please do that. You get everything with that. All right, let me say 3 hails, Joe, and all should be forgiven. That's true. That's what they say. All right, let me keep flipping through here. You guys are crazy. I love it.
Now look at this.
This is awesome. Let me bring this up here. Yeah, that's a great shot. Seeing these two characters together was really cool.
I mean, I love the faces on them, even though they're very simple.
Yeah,
I love that. The focus is truly on the body, just the body proportions there and the action.
Yeah. I love the fact that Mcfarlane's like, I'm not even gonna draw Batman's face. I'm just gonna silhouette out. We're gonna give this kind of maniacal smile. That's what like
I love it.
The smile on his face here. Like
I love it. It gives like he's just right out of the shadows, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he might be the only him and Frank Miller, maybe they're the only guys that really drew like a smile on his face, like he's really enjoying what he's doing, the violence of it all. It's definitely a different style Batman, that's for sure.
All you see is a symbol up there at the top.
Yeah.
Is it genius or is it lazy? Is the question.
Both. It's both is what it is, you know. It is very lazy because it's a fast way. I mean, this panel probably took him 5 minutes to draw, you know, just a silhouette right there, and boom, you move on to the next panel. So it helps with the speed, but also it does look cool, you know. So sometimes cheats, in my opinion, can look cool. Absolutely. Don't ever be afraid to silhouette things. I'm actually trying to get a little bit more into that with Reaper Destroyer too. Use that cape and use things to kind of silhouette and just bring out the mood. I bet the Pope offers a generous reach. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know personally. We don't know each other like that. He just calls me JMS. That's all. One thing I love about Mcfarlane and Capullo and anybody that kind of drew the Spawn books, I love the heavy shadows they would throw into into these alleyways and stuff. And again, is it kind of a cheat to get through because you don't really have to draw the entire alleyway? Yes, but it also really fits the mood. It's very moody, you know. It puts you right into this book is very dark. You don't need to see everything. It's very much in the shadows. It takes you as a reader and puts you right there with them. So I do like that technique for sure. If you guys wonder why I keep doing this, it's because the camera's right in the way of the chat. So I gotta see what everyone's saying every once in a while.
I mean, Jaro just said the funniest thing. If in doubt, black it out. If in doubt,
yeah. Absolutely.
Todd McFarlane.
Hey, that's my philosophy too. That is my philosophy too.
I feel like I want him to sign something like that if I see him at a show again.
I mean, like seriously, the amount of silhouettes in this book so far is insane.
But they work.
It all works. It all works.
Does work.
Yeah. You know, something like this is cool. One, it will draw your attention right to, you know, the colored aspect. You know, you're looking right at Spawn, and it kind of keeps this a mystery, which is kind of maybe what you're intending to do leading into the next page anyway, where somebody could just detail the hell out of that and just show what it is that's popping up from behind. The silhouette works just as fine, you know. It moves you through the page, tells the story.
Like action on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the silhouette was put there to draw your attention more to the action that's here?
Yeah, it could be too. Yeah. Leading you up into the next panel.
Yeah, that's what I honestly think is going on. I mean, we have how they basically like silhouette, cape, you know, drawing you over into this page with all this action here, where there is more detail too. There was a lot of sound effects in this book.
I was just going to say, Todd loves his sound effects. When we were doing, so we did a Mcfarlane stream not too long ago where we looked at some Spider-Man, some Spawn stuff that he did throughout his career, and Malin was on that stream. And one thing we noticed throughout his run on both those books were some scenes where it's just insane amount of sound effects, almost to the point where like too much. You're like, I like sound effects. I'm old school. I don't mind. You know, some people don't like sound effects in books anymore. I like it. I think it just adds to the charm of what a comic book is. But this might be just a little overkill. Maybe just a little. I don't know.
It seems like a little bit of overkill.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I mean, I enjoy the sound effects too, but I get sound effects going on in the background here because I got 3 cats in the room. Didn't even notice. I knew there was one.
Got 3 now, huh? Yeah, I remember the one from last time.
she's in here, then my fat one's in here, and then I have a midget cat. She's in here too. So they're all in here.
Gotta love it.
Sneaky bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, this book it's I remember it being cooler than like what it is now. I mean, it was a good book for what it is. It definitely Todd doing a Miller kind of feel. Probably trying to draw Batman a little bit more what he would think Miller might do in some of these pages. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's what it seems to me.
Yeah, I wonder if he ever actually just talked about this and talked about what his thought process was behind this particular book. Because I remember when Jim Lee was working with Frank Miller on the Batman Robin book, he said he was specifically trying to do opposite what he thought Miller would do with the script. Because the first thing that popped in his mind is what Miller would do with the script. And he's like, I would have to go and completely, get that on my mind and just draw what I'm doing. So I didn't become Frank Miller. That's badass. That's probably my favorite page of the book. That's great. I can't remember why they start fighting each other. I have not read this for a while, but
well, looks like Spawn appeared in Batman's turf, something of the sort.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
But didn't they just team up, or is it this is before they? I don't know. Oh, wow, shit.
I think this might be the book before they teamed up.
More Poom. Yes, more Poom. I like that. Brian Bullard was the best on Batman in my mind. Kayla, what do you think? I wouldn't go that far, but that's me personally. That's me personally. But again, art's subjective. Everybody has their own likes. I know some people that think, and again, I love a Norm Brayfogle, but some people consider him like the best Batman artist, and I wouldn't go that far either, even though I do love Brayfogle's work. People
consider Neil Adams one of the best Batman.
True. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that have done Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Batman's probably been done by more artists than any other artist, I would say.
Yeah, Batman's the town slut. He's been around. He's been around. Demon Eyes, welcome to the show. He says that poor Batman and Robin All-Star script. Ooh, yeah.
Terrible.
The art on that book was amazing. But that run was awesome. I really enjoyed it. The script, not so much. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've never actually been a fan of Frank Miller's Batman. Whether he's drawing him or whether he's writing him, I've just not liked the way that he's portrayed Batman.
His newer Batman stuff, when he got to Dark Knight 3 or something, some of the covers he did a Wonder Woman cover and it was an atrocity. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a man, a woman. I didn't know what was going on with the proportions. I mean, he has some crazy proportions. Miller's Batman stuff is probably not my favorite out of his work.
No, I mean, when you think of Frank Miller's career, like the stuff he did with like Daredevil, I think was some of his best artistic work.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why he went away from that style, and he just, the Sin City stuff is great, very stylized, very kind of innovative in the way that he would use the blacks and whites and the reds to break that all up with the blood and stuff. But ever since then, basically ever since kind of like Dark Knight, it's just his style's been wonky. And I look back at some of the stuff he did with Daredevil or even on the Wolverine miniseries, that stuff is great. I don't know why he went away from it.
The Wolverine miniseries was great.
I love the goddamn Batman. It was hilarious. Batman Year One is considered top Batman stories of all time. Yeah, I mean, Frank Miller definitely defined Batman going forward, and so I'll say that. Like, he definitely took the campy aspect of Batman, threw it all out, and gave us more of the edgy, darker Batman. So I appreciate that. I appreciate him kind of pushing the character forward. I just don't necessarily like how he writes Batman, like how Batman talks, how Batman thinks. It's completely his unique version, like I don't
Jeff
know.
Loeb is who I prefer to write Batman.
My favorite Batman writer, Jeff Loeb. hands down.
I think he's actually, I can't name anything that he's written that's bad if I think about it. I love Jeff Loeb, even the Ultimate Team, what he did at first. So
he's one of my favorite writers in general. Absolutely. Sunfight said, can't tell if it's a man or a woman. He was just forecasting current events. That's just true. Hail Sumo Thori, good to see you. I was lurking, watching on my TV. That's what's up. That's the best way to watch.
Screen.
Yeah. We have Mr. DC Comics. What's up, people? What's up to you? I don't know if I've seen you here before. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. All right, so let's get in here. So yeah, Batman gets fucked up like he should. I'm sorry, but Batman going up against any superpowered being, I'm sorry, he's gonna lose, in my opinion. And Spawn handed him his ass on this, the way it should be. And that's what Superman should have done to him, honestly. If we're being fair. You got an opinion on that, Kale?
It depends. So Batman, there's always like he has to have time to prepare. But with Spawn,
what they all say.
I with Spawn though, I definitely he doesn't stand any chance. It's Spawn. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Let's be real. I mean,
I think Spawn would even.
Superman's mentally weak.
Is he though?
Yeah, he's more human than freaking Batman, if you want to put it that way.
Well, okay.
He's softer.
Maybe it's not so much mentally weak, but he's got ideals. He's got ideals and he's got a code that he doesn't do. Yeah. And Batman's willing to go the extra mile, I guess I could say.
Exactly. So
yeah, I'll give you that. But I'll just say, like, strength on strength. I never bought into the Batman could defeat Superman.
Well, that's
stuff.
Hand-to-hand combat with no powers, Superman. Okay, if Superman had no powers, hand-to-hand combat, yes, Batman will win. But Superman has powers, and if they were to do hand-to-hand combat without him being in a suit, I mean, Superman would just shatter him with one freaking hit. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, yeah, Superman. Absolutely. And everyone's all like,
punch his heart out, like
the popular thing became to be like, if Batman's got time to prepare, he can defeat anybody. I'm like, that's the biggest cop out, people. Come on. Like, that just seems like some writer threw that out there so they can make Batman competitive with all the superhero beings around him in the DC universe. Be like, yeah, if he's got time to prepare, he could take out the entire Justice League. Okay, whatever you say.
I mean, if you said like Superman against Wonder Woman hand-to-hand combat, I would think Wonder Woman would beat his ass. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Because he's not a fighter. That's hand-to-hand combat. He's not a hand-to-hand combat fighter.
If you're gonna take out his other abilities that he could use, and you're just going toe to toe, hand to hand, you're right. Freaking Wonder Woman's an Amazon. That's what she trains for.
Fucking goddess.
She could take out pretty much anybody, in my opinion, on a hand-to-hand combat.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I assume so. I would assume
I love the ending of this, but it's just like, this is the kind of thing that I don't get about Frank Miller's Batman. Like, they just teamed up. They had this. They took everybody out, and then Spawn's basically saying, "Can we bury the hatchet?" Batman's like, "Bury this," right in his face. It's
it would be better if he dragged Batman down to hell.
Ooh, that would have been great.
That would have been a better ending.
The Dark Knight Returns is the comic that changed the game. It's the Pantera of modern comics. First prestige format, no ads, and after that, the door was open for Watchmen and V for Vendetta and adult comics. Yeah, I'll give you that for sure.
Yeah,
I agree. Definitely has its place in history. Like I said, like, just because I don't like the way that Frank Miller writes Batman or draws Batman doesn't mean that I don't appreciate what he did for the Batman mythos going forward. I'll say that. Mr. DC Comics says Superman has to control his emotions because he could break the world if he goes berserk. That's what I like about his character. That he is so damn powerful that he could destroy everything if he actually lost control. Yeah, Batman wears some kryptonite at all times. Yeah, again, that's playing into the whole give him time to prepare and he can be anybody kind of thing, which makes sense, but again, because you have Batman, a human being existing in a world of metahumans, you have to have a way for him to be still an alpha and stand up and say like he's still kind of a threat. So the writers had to go in and figure out a way to make him, superior or equal to a lot of these characters. And, they came up with some really clever things. I just have a hard time believing sometimes when you see him going toe to toe with some of these, godlike beings that he could actually hold his own. That's all. It's a suspension of belief. Don't get me wrong. I love Batman. So don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not talking shit about Batman, the character. I just think it's funny how they got to mess with his ego a little bit to make him be able to, stand up to some of these guys.
Grant Morrison was the worst for overpowering Batman. They've overpowered Batman and they've overpowered Superman. I'm sorry.
And I think they just
keep finding Superman. They have, but they keep finding ways to make Superman more and more stronger. They've also underpowered Batman. I mean, right now they have him second to female characters. They've taken away basically all of his masculinity aspects. They've made him very. I mean, there's a lot of things I hear in the shop from readers that are like, "This is not the Batman I want to read." So
nowadays, now it's just ridiculous. Senpai said Superman beats up Batman. Batman buys Clark Kent's apartment building and boots him out. Batman wins. True.
Superman is like the Goku. Goku is like Superman, basically. They're like the same kind of thing. They just keep finding a way to make them stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Mr. DC says I prefer the Batman Predator story. That is a cool story. Now I like that one quite a bit because that one I can buy into, because if Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover can take out the Predator, then damn it, so can Batman. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
but that is a good book.
Batman Aliens too was good.
I don't remember reading that one. I don't think I've ever read that one.
There's a Batman Dracula one, like the whole Crimson Mist thing. That was a Kelly Jones art one. Really good. Love that. Kryptonite
Hail
condom.
past Master Dan. Yeah, he's like Kryptonite condom. Is that how he's taking out Superman? Is that how Batman's taking out Superman? Nowadays, probably. That is probably the way to do it nowadays.
That's a cop out.
Yeah. True. Healing power of Wolverine. Well, didn't they already make Batman like stronger than a normal man? Like strength wise? Like, isn't he supposed to be like isn't that something that the writers did where he's supposed to have like the strength of, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I thought I read that somewhere.
There was a whole arc called like Batman Venom where he got addicted to these pills where he became like super strong because of all the pain and everything. So I just don't see. I don't know. It depends on the writer, I guess. That's the whole thing with these comics.
Yeah, that's a great point. Demon Eyes said, Joe, have you read Haunt? I feel like it's up your alley. I have. I thought Haunt was pretty decent. More so, I like the art when Capullo took over. But yeah, I dug it. I think I've only got digital books of that. I don't think I have any physical copies. Unless Batman had a battle suit and some kryptonite, the Superman might be in trouble. Yeah, and that's the thing,
That's a Dark Knight.
He's got to go the extra mile to be able to fight Superman, and you got to depower him and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. To be fair, Danny did actually fight the Predator. Didn't. You're right. He didn't. That's a good point. Now you bring it up. There was no actual. Yeah, that's a great point.
That is a good point.
Just thought about that. There was no actual hand-to-hand combat with Danny Glover and the Predator. Good point. Huh. How did I miss that all these years?
Cool to Mcfarlane better than Mcfarlane.
True. We got Jimmy Reyes in the house. Hail. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining us. We got Scary Batman Jenkins, another member of the channel. Sleepy Smurf would mess up Batman for sure. Who is Sleepy Smurf? Does anyone know?
I have no idea. Is it actual Smurf? I mean, I don't know nothing about
Smurf?
Smurfs. I don't know nothing about actual Smurfs,
Yeah, I don't know either on that one, Scary. Batman's test is his endurance of his physical limitations. Superman's test is his battle against his morality. Yeah, that's a good point. His fight is to stay good and do the right things, not to be corrupt because of his power. I will get down with you on that for sure. We got Solomon Allen Hale. He says Batman also had a crossover with a Top Cow Yes, I've got that somewhere. It's in the pile of crap that's all around, but we should look at that one day because that's pretty
that was a
fun.
cool book.
All right. It's True Joe and Grant Morrison was the worst at Eddie made Batman superhero with a superpower of being prepared. Yeah. It's a good point. Say Batman is wearing kryptonite. All Superman has to do is throw a bus at him. Done. It's a good point. It's a good point. Get away from him far enough and blow him up with your fucking laser eyes. Bzz, done. Batman Grendel was great. I didn't know they had a crossover. Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Lobo kicked both their asses. You guys and your Lobo, man. You guys.
Don't be gassing Lobo up like that, guys. Come on now.
Everybody likes to just, don't get me wrong. I like me some Lobo, but everybody likes to
gas it up.
Yep. Rick, Rick. Yeah. So this is Michael Turner's Batman, Superman, or Superman, Batman. I don't know which one. Oh, Superman, Batman.
It's a whole arc about Kara. I think the most famous thing about this was cover 13A. To be honest, if I can remember just from the comic shop off the top of my head.
I don't have 13A on me.
So there was like a 13A cover. It had Superman like this, like he was like this, and then what was it? And Batman was like in the background like this.
Oh,
like,
is it this one?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, it is this one. Okay.
Yeah, that's like one of the most popular covers that sold a lot from this. But this series was great because Jeff Loeb worked on it as well. So you have a great artist and you have a great writer. You have an Eisner winner. I think he won the Eisner Award like 4 times. He won Wizard Awards. I mean, Jeff Loeb is amazing. There's nothing.
He's one of my favorites. He knows. Okay. The reason why I like Loeb, much like Jeff Johns, is they know the characters and they write the characters to what they would do, who they are, how they would act. And they don't deviate from that. They just kind of explore the lore and, keep on going with how these characters would be in the stories. And I like that. Like that's the best writers to me is they handle the characters the way they should be. Let's not make them something they're not.
No,
Martha.
Completely.
Michael Turner is such a great artist. Yeah, I know. Yep. Rest in peace. Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think anyone did women like Michael Turner did women.
Oh, he set the bar. I mean,
Frank Cho is up there for me too, but and Art Adams, Art Adams is like number one for me. I just love what he does. But Michael Turner, there is a certain elegance and sensuality and beauty and innocence in the way that he draws women. We
got Mike Wilson in the house. Hail. See you. Yeah. Leave Me Alone, Please No says, what is your opinion on the difference between what happened with Supergirl in this setup where she's obliterated and what the motion feature did where she fights Dark? Oh, are you talking about the cartoon? I still feel it's a cop-out.
Okay.
Are you talking about the animated movie, the difference between the stories?
Well, because they're trying to do strong, powerful woman thing. That's exactly what they were trying to do in that. But in this, this was basically this book. If I remember, this wraps up the arc of New Supergirl. I want to say, I think Kara. How can I put this? Like she dons the Superman colors. There was also a great cover of that, and then she finds Darkseid waiting for her and Clark in Smallville. And then Clark had that speech. So pretty much, but this is wrapping up the arc of the new Supergirl books.
I didn't really, I thought the animated feature was fine. I didn't really care how they changed it too much, to be honest with you. I do like the actual book story better, but as far as the animated feature goes, it was all right. I didn't have a problem with it. We got Scary Batman Jenkins says, J. Scott Campbell draws some pretty hot chicas too.
Here's my thing about J. Scott Campbell. I'm not denying that he draws great women. They all look alike. I don't give a shit. They all look alike.
True.
You can
True.
it's the same woman, same body type, different hair color, different skin color, different eye color. They all look alike. The only woman that I've seen him draw that looks completely different was when he did a cover for The Walking Dead of Michonne, and I own it, and that was actually great. It was in the blind bags for The Walking Dead special issue. I bought like a shit ton of blind bags. I even have like a stack not opened, but I was opening them until I got this Michonne cover he did, and that's the only woman that he did that it looks different. You could still tell it's him, but they all look the same. There's nothing special. You know, it's same body type, same face, it's just too much of the same. Now Michael Turner, he has a particular style, yes, but they all look different.
Yeah, there was yeah, that's for sure. Because even in this, you can see the different way he draws Kara as opposed to how he draws Diana and some of the other Amazons. I mean, there's just small little tweaks he does, but he does keep the same kind of style, tweaks them just a little bit in the way their noses are drawn, or certain things that does separate them. Demon Eye says Howard Chaykin, best women ever. Don't judge me. And he also says Mark Texiera, come on, who does better women than Tex? Now I know you're trolling. They're all clones. Yeah. Wild Sizers and do another volume of Danger Girl. I don't know if I remember Wild Sizers.
I don't remember Wild Siders.
Wild Sizers?
Wild Siders?
Ciders? Never heard of it. Blasphemy. Danger Girl. Let me tell you something real quick. I like J. Scott Campbell a lot, but my favorite work that he did was his early on work. His Gen 13, early Gen 13 before he went to Disney cartoony style.
No, I agree.
It's my favorite stuff. And the Danger Girl was too cartoony for me. I liked the whole aspect and the sexy aspect of the chicks, but it was just way too cartoony. Like I had a hard time getting into that style of his art.
I feel that J. Scott Campbell, when he first came out, he had more hunger to him when he was working on some of the stuff like the Gen 13 stuff. He was, in my opinion, a better artist. I don't think he, that's just my opinion. I don't think he grew too much, or if he did, he like went into that Disney fairy tale style. That's when he started doing, I think, that fairy tale. He did a fairy tale calendar that a bunch of men used to buy. It was like sexy fairy tale woman.
Yeah.
But I think his stuff when he was younger, it was probably because he was more hungry. So
Sylvester draws the best women and the end. That's true. I'll get down with that. He draws some fantastic women.
I'm waiting for the person that says Bud Root.
Jim Lee can draw women really good. Black Canary and All-Star Superman always stands out to me as one of his best pictures. Jim Lee tends to draw women fairly the same too, depending on, and some of that might just be I don't want to say laziness, but it's easier to kind of draw the same model and throw a different hairstyle on it for artists if you're under deadlines. Yeah.
Look how cool this looks.
Yeah, this was always, I mean, I was going to try to see, I've got the Treasury edition of this. It's the 11x17 black and whites, which is all the original pencil version that he did of this book. And I was going to try to do it, but the camera doesn't pick it up as crisp as it does like with colors. So I decided to go with this instead.
Is that the gallery edition?
Yeah, the gallery edition.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's a beautiful, beautiful.
Love that book.
Oh, yes. Gorgeous.
Joe Chiodo draws some hot women. Yeah. Speaking of Joe Chiodo, he is going to be coloring the cover to Reaper Destroyer that Dale Keown drew. It's the Pit homage, and he colored the original Pit, so he's going to color Dale Keown's cover by hand. I got to send him the line art, and he's going to color over it by hand, and we're going to make it look as 90s as we can. It's going to be awesome. So I'll be sending that to Joe Chiodo, hopefully sometime soon in the future. Aspen is a whole comic company devoted to sexy fairy tale chicks. That's true.
Xenoscope. Yep. I think you mean Xenoscope. Okay. Yeah, Xenoscope you mean.
Oh, yeah. Xenoscope, yeah.
Because they do all the grim fairy tales and all of that. And they actually sell. They sell.
Aspen does do that. Soulfire though is very kind of fantasy, kind of fairy aspect of that. Yeah. Anyway, Fabok on Dark Side was incredible. Dark Side War was incredible. I did not read that, but Fabok is he's awesome. You like how I slow pitched that shill to you? Yes, that was great, man. Very well done. I caught it and I ran with it. Thank you. Thank you. We got Scotsman in the house. Ed Bennis. Yes. Yeah, there's some fantastic. Okay, there's some fantastic artists out there that draw women, guys, for sure. Ed Bennis, Ebass is another one. Absolutely. When are we gonna get a Sontag After Dark Tim Vigil appreciation stream? I don't know. At some point, maybe. I like the first design of Gen 13 up until it went to an anime design setup, and the stories went to them just being around rather than doing things, and you have that Generation X crossover. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I was actually having this conversation the other day with somebody about Gen 13 of how I love that book, and up until a certain point when the story or the writing kind of just it went away, and that was probably about the time. The first, I would say, like 7 issues of Gen 13 were great. I love the story. Dan Lawless. Yeah. Hail, Atomic. Good to see you, brother. So, this book, getting back to Michael Turner real quick, if you were to get that gallery edition, I don't realize actually how dark the colors on this are. You will see like how much heavy lifting Peter Steigerwald did with the colors in this, because Michael Turner didn't do a lot of shading. A lot of this is just line work, which I get. It you can do faster monthly drawing that way without having to do all the heavy rendering and shading, and let the colors kind of come in and mess around with the light. And as much as I like Steigerwald, I think there's sometimes maybe just a little too dark with the colors on this. It's a beautiful looking book, but I do think that the colors kind of dominate sometimes, and you get some really good line work or just art in general lost. Like this piece is amazing, black and white.
Oh,
just a pencil version. Just that it just looks beautiful.
I think they did the darker tones of color though to fit the storyline.
Oh, for sure.
What they were going for. But I do see what you're saying, because from here, some of the colors look kind of muted and meshed in together. Although like the reds and oranges seem to be the most intense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely have a color scheme going on with that. I love this face. Great face.
The eyes. I'm big on the eyes and the lips.
Eyes, the lips, and I love the way that Turner drew the hair too.
I like the silhouette up at the top. Right there.
Yeah, I like some good silhouettes. And I've said it a bunch of times on this channel. With guys, that silhouettes can be an easy way to get through a panel, but if you do them right, they look great. And guys like Silvestri, Turner, Finch, a lot of these guys can do can do silhouettes great. It's very dynamic. I'd love to get a Turner original, but it's out of my price range now unless I just go for a prelim or rough sketch. Yeah, I bet they are quite a bit of money now. Yeah. The closest I got was one of the conventions I went to, Wizard World, I think 2006 maybe. I went to Turner's table. He wasn't there, but he had like all the art there. You could flip through a bunch of his originals and whatnot. And I flipped through and got to see like a bunch of the originals in his book. That was cool. That was really cool.
This is one of the best pages in this story. There's just a lot going on.
A lot of panels.
Yeah, a lot of panels, but I love how it works. I love that car accident scene at the top there. And just how the glass goes.
Yep.
How she's wearing all white too. There's a lot of symbolism that goes on in this book.
I like that. I think I
Notice how the colors change, though.
Mm,
See up at the top, they look whiter.
yeah.
So this is like symbolic in some way. It's like a unicorn, like a white unicorn. Obviously, it's a tan
Ah,
coat, but this
yeah.
is it's symbolism. There's a lot of symbolism going on in this.
I see a lot of
Red
Turner and
light.
Joe Ball's art. Love to see his DNA continue through other artists. Yeah, you can see. I mean, Turner's influenced a lot of guys. There's a ton of guys out there I could tell you who do certain Turner-esque things.
See these reds? It's all
Mhm.
symbolism. Red light, red eye, the red there in
Oh,
the back. There's a lot of symbolism. It's basically like it's kind of like she's having her own rebirth, basically. It's like
wow.
a reborn virgin, you can say, and
Wow, getting deep. I like it.
she's having to like go into this now. Pretty much.
I love it. I
But this
love it.
is
See,
I could go on and on forever, but I'm gonna lose people. But
I like it. See, Kayla actually looks into things a little bit deeper than I do because I just look at the art and I'm like, wow, that's cool. And she's like, look, guys, symbolism. And let me tell you exactly what's up. That's why,
this is like meeting your maker almost, because
yeah.
Batman would be representative of death in a way.
Wow. I just started looking at this book in a totally different way now. I like that.
It's more to represent more of like suppressed powers within.
Oh,
But
that's
there's
good.
definitely a
That's
theme in
good.
this book with colors. If you notice, like the more intense colors within this book, they're all in the red families, the red, orange, golds, yellow tones, all of that.
Mhm.
Everything else is more muted. I'm
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think if you have that cover. There was a cover with her with the cape, am I thinking? Or is it art from the inside? No, it was art from the inside.
I think it was
I think it was
inside, yeah.
Superman Batman #4, the very last page in #4, actually. Because I remember there was a to be continued.
Mm,
That's when she has like the cape. She's like holding the cape like this, and she's in the air.
yes. Yeah. Well, there's this one.
This is it.
That's yeah, I was gonna say
I
that.
thought
Yep.
it was I thought it was issue 4 for some reason. Yes, that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Superman face, though, in all honesty?
It's not my favorite Superman face. I'll just, I love Turner. It's just Superman's face. I like the way that he drew Superman body wise.
The proportions are great.
Yeah, the
I'm not
muscles
a
are
fan of the
awesome.
face either.
Yeah, the face was just a little bit, I don't know, too what am I looking for? What's the word?
Uh,
I don't know, too
it looks like perfect, almost like plastic surgery perfect.
here we go.
Chiseled,
Yeah, just maybe too attractive. I
square.
don't know. Like I don't know, but
I'm
it's not horrible or anything, but I prefer the way he draws Batman in this and some of the other characters than the way he draws Superman's face.
I
Still looks
also
awesome though.
I also
Too
think though
too Asian.
it
It
kind of
looks
does look like an Asian Superman.
yeah,
But I
well,
also
it's
think
Dean
too
Cain. It's Dean Cain,
it
everybody,
kinda
come on.
does, actually, yeah. It kinda actually, now that I'm looking at it, squint my
Hail
eyes a little
Justin.
bit.
Yeah.
But I also think too, it's to put the focus on Kara, because this is Kara's, like,
Yeah.
coming to arc, I would
Yeah, it's
say.
basically a Kara story, honestly. The
It
entire
is. It's kinda
storyline.
very misleading how it's,
Yeah. I just like how Superman's so comfortable with his naked cousin. He's just like, I'm not really gonna cover her up. Here's my cape. You just hold it loosely, and I'll just stand here next to you.
I love the feet though in this. So, my thing here, they're floating, they're not floating. I always I always was
Mm.
wondering this one. Are they floating, just standing there, or is what's going on with the ground? What's the deal here?
Well,
That's
here's
one thing I
here's
was trying to figure out always.
here's the thing with characters that can fly, right? Um, is it more godlike to show them standing in the air
Mm.
than to show them like hanging, where they would just kind of where their feet would be hanging, but when they're in the air, they're floating, and it looks like they're standing on the air. Is it just more godlike feel of the way you draw them, of the you know uh aspect of the character, to have them like they're standing on the air, that's what I was kind of wondering with that. Adam Hughes, yeah,
Yeah,
I
Adam
guess.
Hughes is up there. Frank Cho is definitely up there. Milo
Frank Cho.
Manara.
Hail
Milo
John, good to see you.
Manara's woman
Well,
stuff.
he is an alien. There should be something of something of viewing in.
Maybe he's wearing someone's skin in this
Oh,
comic book
oh,
series.
nice. Uh, oh, why'd they get rid of the S curl? According to according to Ethan, it's for copyright reasons.
Yeah, they definitely do tweak certain characters, like they do it with Mickey Mouse all the time, like
Yeah,
with copyright stuff and with it's just there's a ton of reasons why, but
yeah.
they definitely change things due to money, copyright issues. You have I'm forgetting the name of what it's called. There you go. Super chat.
Super chat. Zach Fernandez for 1999. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He says, I don't see an evolution on Turner's style. It seems like from Witchblade to Marvel covers, he had his own style out the gate. How would you differentiate? I don't know why I can't say that word right now. His style and words from the greats like Sylvester Lee and Campbell.
Hmm.
I do see an evolution in his style. Like he was great out of the gate for sure. Like his stuff on Ballistic, which was his first like full time gig. That miniseries. There was a 4-issue, I believe, miniseries of Ballistic, and right off the bat, like he was awesome. Like you could just tell like he was superstar. Um, the evolution of his art, though, I mean, he went from being kind of a very heavily Sylvester kind of feel, and most of the guys early on in Top Cow had that Sylvester feel because obviously you're the guy that's training you is right there. But he really kind of leaned more into like the big eyes and stuff, a little bit more of the Scott Campbell, kind of anime. I see a lot of influence of anime within guys like Turner and Campbell when it comes to some of the stuff that they brought into their style. And Turner went from being a very stereotypical 90s rendering, cross-hatching artist to really pulling off of that and becoming just a little bit more line work, very smooth, very clean artist. As far as differentiating them, I mean, I don't know. Kayla, what do you think?
I think his best work was definitely on Fathom, to be honest, because I feel that he definitely is more of a fantasy type of artist. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, his superhero stuff is great. Fathom is more fantasy-esque. If you notice, his artwork really shines with his fantasy stuff. I think Fathom is where you see the most growth within his artwork. Personally, that's just me.
I would say that it's a great point. At some point, like these young artists find the style that they're comfortable doing. Like even though I don't like the stuff that Campbell started doing later on after Gen 13 started doing more of the cartoony stuff, I remember reading an article saying that was the stuff he was enjoying drawing more, I definitely think Turner opened up a lot after Witchblade. His stuff on Soulfire
too, as
was
well.
crazy fantasy, like that was, and when I say animated or anime kind of feel, I think of things like Soulfire, even slightly stuff like this, where you can start seeing that kind of influence creep into his style, where every young artist I think is going to go through an experimental phase, and you saw all these guys do it, and I think the stuff you saw Turner doing close to the end of his life was really where he wanted to push his art into going, stuff like this, the small stuff you saw coming out of Marvel, some of the covers and things he was drawing for Marvel, and of course Soulfire were definitely directions he was going with his art. Still fantastic, But yeah, so I definitely do see an evolution in his art over the years, but he did come out of the gate just killing it. Absolutely killing it. He's one of the few guys that just boom,
well, Mark
right off the
Silvestri
bat.
found him.
Yeah.
Mark
Yep.
Silvestri found him literally, like he didn't he find him? He found him at a comic convention, I believe. And then he was hired like instantly by Top Cow, I want to say. He was like working as a production artist at first. I think he did background illustrations at first, and then
Yep.
I'm trying to think what it was. Was it? And then he co-created Witchblade. Was it? I'm trying to think.
He
Was it
did. So
he
from
co-created
what I
Witchblade?
heard, from what I heard is they wanted they created Witchblade specifically for Michael Turner to have a title to run with, and I think he was heavily involved with the story and the character design and things of that nature. I don't know if he was the one that came up with like the specific idea or not, but he definitely had a heavy hand in the Witchblade stuff. And it was because he was killing it so much. They're like, we need to get this guy on an ongoing title. We got to put him on something. And they had to create a brand new title for him in Witchblade because nothing else that they had. I mean,
I swear he co-created Witchblade. I
think he did.
Like,
I think he did, but like I don't
like
know.
95% sure. Like
anybody in the chat, you want to help us out here?
Yeah, someone help us, because I feel that it was Witchblade that eventually like led him into doing Fathom, which it was creator owned. That was like one of the first creator owned books.
Yeah. Fathom. Yep, Fathom
like
was
big books like that.
Yeah. Demonize says, Joe, but why do some great artists just seem to have degeneration as they age, like Miller? I'm a huge fan of Mignola fan, or I'm a huge Mignola fan, but his recent stuff is so bad. Look at his moto covers. I don't think I've seen that. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, honestly. There's some guys that the older they get, they continue to get better. They don't really show signs of falling off. It could be guys that constantly draw and guys that take large breaks in drawing. I don't care who you are. If you take a long time off or you're not drawing on a regular basis, you're going to lose some kind of an edge. Like it's like working out. If you work out and you got a very good physique or whatever, and then you decide to take a couple years working or take a couple years off from working out, you're going to be affected by that. You're not going to have the same kind of muscle tone or whatever. When you come back, it's not going to be exactly the same. So I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But there's also too, you have to think the life of an artist is very hard. It's mentally taxing on you. You have to also think health issues that come up with people. You never know where someone's suffering mentally. There's a lot of addiction that is within the art industry as well.
Oh shit.
There's a lot of drinking addiction, drug addiction. I mean, it's
call.
not really talked about, but it occurs. I'm not saying that's the case with
Actually,
Frank Miller,
I never really even thought about that. That's a good point.
There's a lot of different things. There's also, you have to think about hunger and drive. Number one, who has the hunger and drive to continue doing this?
Yep.
So I agree with this.
Yeah. Mr. DC Comics says Brett Booth is definitely the next great artist in my opinion. His style is similar to Turner, Capullo, and Mcfarlane. And he's one of those guys that have been constantly drawing and constantly improving, in my opinion. And he's a fast artist. He can knock stuff out. Yeah, Booth is amazing.
He's grown. I feel like he's grown when you compare him to like J. Scott Campbell. Okay. He's grown more as an artist, and he has a lot more versatility as well.
Yeah, Booth is one of those guys that came out of the gate pretty well, doing his thing. Same thing as Campbell. But Booth has shown a very distinct evolution in his style, going back from his Wildstorm days through DC on everything that he's done up until now. And he's a guy he's a machine. He's a guy that's constantly drawing. So that's the thing. Like you can tell the guys that are constantly drawing because they will continue to improve beyond what they are. And keep adding new stuff in and just they're sharp. They're on their game, and that's what Booth is. Hail Statistical Zero. It says the series was created by Top Cow founder, or the series was created by Top Cow founder and owner Mark Silvestri, editor David Hull.
Wool.
Okay. Writers Brian Hammerling and Christina Z, and artist Michael Turner. Quick search. There you go. So they all had a hand in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Sat.
I
love
appreciate
Sat.
it. Appreciate it. That makes sense because I know he had something to do with it. I just didn't know exactly like where, percentage wise. Hold up, you'll be shocked. I might hear in a second when we're done. Remind me.
Miller's issues.
Yeah, Miller does have health. Yeah, for
he
sure.
He does have some health issues.
But he was drawing funky stuff back in, Dark Knight Returns, in my opinion, is funky compared to his Daredevil and Wolverine stuff at Marvel.
I feel that Miller's Marvel stuff is better than his DC stuff. That's just
hands down. Artistically, I feel the same way. I always have.
The Electra Daredevil stuff is probably
to
my
me that's
favorite.
his best. Yeah,
that's the
to
best.
me, I think that's some of his best work. Justin Ward said some people's age just hits them harder. Look at Dale Keown, dude is 60 and kills it, and Art T. Bear.
They're hungry.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Alex Saviak is almost 70 years old. The man that did the Spider-Man comics. I know Alex personally. That man is hungry. Look him up. He's very old, Alex, and he's still killing it.
No shit.
Alex Saviak is an angel.
The good thing about us artists, guys, is as long as we can use our hands and our mind, we should be able to continue to draw as long as we can sit and draw. Like Jack Kirby. How old was he when he stopped? He drew shit. He drew a long, old age when he was drawing. So,
Joe Sennett
definitely.
As well, Joe Sennett, even though he was an inker, he was inker, and I knew Joe personally. So because he was friends with my shop owner, he was doing stuff up until he basically passed away. He was like inking until he could barely even do anything. He was in a wheelchair at cons, for crying out loud.
Ooh,
he was doing everything up until he passed away. That man,
wow,
incredible inker talent.
Hail Brad, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Said I'm not sure about a stroke, but he was a really bad alcoholic for 30 years. Yeah, that'll definitely take a toll if that's the case. So yeah, I guess that's it. It's all within the individual.
Look at that crypto.
Yeah. The only time I ever thought crypto looked cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is probably the coolest, most badass picture of crypto ever. I definitely do think the Batman is far better stylized than Superman.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
The style of the Batman.
I was gonna say I'll have to get a better shot of Superman's face here coming up, but I feel like he might have started drawing his face a little bit different in this issue. I don't know what this style bodysuit is, but I like it.
It's a high cut. High cut.
Yeah. I dig it though.
It's above the hips.
I think one thing about Turner that I really liked is Turner was always kind of was up on the styles of the day, which a lot of the Top Cow guys were. I remember reading articles where they would specifically make sure they were trying to keep track of the latest styles for guys and girls when they're drawing. So the hairstyles and all that kind of stuff. I like that.
It's gorgeous. Just the uptoned nose too.
Yeah,
noses are very hard to draw.
Oh, horrible. I hate drawing noses.
But eyes. It's the eyes that really. I'm big on eyes.
Yeah.
Eyes and lips really make the face, but that angle of the nose and everything.
Yeah, it's so hard to draw.
Gorgeous.
I said this so many times that when you're trying to draw that angle, unless you do it right, unless you know what you're doing, your female character can come out looking like a pig.
I was gonna say
because it's really easy to make it look like a pig nose, and you completely F the face up. So you really have to be confident and know what you're doing and draw that kind of up tone or up angle look with the nose, and that's just great. Again, this guy's an absolute master of. Move this camera over. Of what he's doing. I love it. And yeah, the eyes are great. It's that really heavy black around the eyes for like the eyelashes and the eyeliner or whatever you want to call it really makes everything stand out just great. Really great. And it looks good in comic books too. Sylvester does it as well. Yeah.
The highlight within the eyes too as well.
Even, and this is going to sound weird, guys, but even with the male characters, a little bit of dark around the eyes and in art just looks good because it just highlights it. It brings out the features a little bit more. Got Zach Fernandez, my man, for another $19.99. Thank you, brother. He says, I'm pretty sure there was a How to Draw Comics by Wizard that I used to have, unless I'm just tripping. There's like 3 of them, 4 of them. I got them all over there in a box somewhere in my closet. I'll have to bring them out sometime because those books were really great.
I bet Sean has every single one of them.
Oh, he does. Yeah, I think he and I both have every single one. Because when they came out, being artists, you wanted to collect it because in those books you had everybody. Like there were so many names that put together like these little lessons or whatever in the book, including like Dale Keown was in there. He had like a proportions. His section was all about proportions and how to draw different proportions. Those books are great. I think I don't know how many they came out with, but I think I have most of them. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate you dropping what you're dropping today. I really do. Whore eyes.
Whore eyes. I can't say whore correctly.
Whore.
Whore.
Statistical Zero says, I gotta say Dan Jurgens and Ed McGuinness for my Superman. I will tell you something, guys. I'm down with Dan Jurgens. Jurgens is probably my favorite Superman artist of all time. I just love the way Dan draws Superman. Ed McGuinness is pretty good. I mean, he's a little bit more cartoony in my mind, but Dan Jurgens just draws the best Superman in my opinion.
Sorry, I'm moving a cat right now. Give me a second. I can hear you. I'm going to mute myself while I take this cat.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Mike McCone's Superman is pretty great as well. I don't know if I'm familiar with that, to be honest with you. So check that out. Ryan Johnson, Hale, said less is more for drawing women's faces. Too many lines make them look like an old woman. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I will say this. The people that can put lines in the faces for women's faces and still make it look good, you got Jim Lee, you got Mark Silvestri, they can still kind of put a lot of different lines and just kind of bring a face out. But the majority of the time, my philosophy when I'm drawing a woman's face is not a lot of detail at all. And that's pretty much why I don't want them to look old, because they can look old real fast if you just throw a weird line in there and all of a sudden they look like an old woman. Highlights
and shading are the key with women's faces. Really, you want to make sure you have the right highlights in the right areas.
And a good colorist that knows how to do that, you can kind of leave the heavy lifting up to them, in my opinion, when it comes to drawing a woman's face. If they know how to really kind of bring out the shapes and the highlights and the shading of a woman's face. Yeah, for sure. So I still got a little bit of a funky Superman face going on there. I thought he started to draw it maybe a little bit different, but
he kind of looks more like Namor to me. Like that looks more like
with the eyebrows and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Give him pointed ears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's good Batman though.
If you notice their underlying tones, like all the tones with the Batman pages have been more blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like how jacked Superman is, how Jack Turner Superman is. Like he hit the gym. He is ripped as hell.
I mean, just the body proportions. Now, I love the Wonder Woman.
Oh, he does, yeah. He does a great Wonder Woman.
And the muscles that he did on her too. He did her very lean and muscular.
Yeah. Well, I love muscles on women when you can draw them correct,
That's done correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Because he kept the curves too.
Yeah. Yeah, even how he does, like, I just love the way Turner draws women's stomachs.
With that, they're just very toned.
Yeah, very toned.
Not really abs, you don't really see like 6-pack abs.
Yeah.
Although Wonder Woman looks like she has abs there under her suit. Yeah.
But yeah, very toned, very fit. Like that.
He looks like a Chad meme. I loved this cover.
Yeah, it's a great cover. Brad said, Brett Breeding did a great job inking Jurgens. He inked Rich Buckler and the Amazing Spider-Man Death of Jean. D. Wolf and Buckler's art never looked better. Nice. I'll have to check that out. Back in the day when I was really big into like Jurgens art, I never really paid attention to the inkers. It's only been like recently I've been going back to see what kind of inkers he worked with, including Art T. Bear, that I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't realize he worked with like all these inkers. Well, good. That's what this channel is for. You make me want to dig out my books and reread them. Love Turner. All I try to do with this channel with this stuff is really try to remember, try to show that the great art that is there, the great stuff that I don't ever want to see get lost. And not saying that it's getting lost, but there's a lot of people in the newer comic book readers that might not have paid attention to some of this stuff when it came out, and this was like the early 2000s, early mid 2000s. And this channel is all about just trying to get you guys to see this, and if it inspires you to go pick these issues up or just pull them out of your collection, that's what it's for. So I love hearing that kind of stuff.
I want to go back to the gym tonight. That's what I want to do.
Me too.
I'm trying to be like that.
Yeah, that is some great, man, dynamics, proportions.
And that's interesting.
That is what is up.
That is it's captivating. I can feel the action in that and just the energy. Look at the background too.
Yeah, I was just saying everything. It didn't skimp on the background, really put you in the environment there. Yeah, like there's so much to this.
And notice too, like he does have his particular style, but look, everybody's face is different.
Yeah, he's got just a little bit of change for everybody.
Yeah.
Just make him stand out just a little bit,
Even the body proportions, I mean.
Oh yeah, some of his characters have bigger boobs, some have smaller boobs. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with a female body to make it look not the same. Demon Eye said, I just think that Bruce Timm is the best. That Justice League Ultimate animated show is my favorite. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, they never look better than the Bruce and
Paul Dini.
Dini? I don't know if
yeah, Paul Dini actually did a great Zatanna run. One of my favorite Zatanna runs. She doesn't get enough love.
Ooh, or Ryu eyebrows from Street Fighter. True.
Ryu eyebrows.
I can see that. Yeah.
Choking bitches here.
What? Now, what I liked about
this.
I do remember this, but what I liked about this was that it wasn't showing outside of Clark's character so much. It's just that he was so protective of Kara, and these are Amazons. It's not like picking up a normal one by their throats. I think he knows he can do a little bit more with them, and they're not going to get hurt. But he was so like worried that Kara was going to get hurt. He just jumps in and he's like, frantic about saving her. I kind of like that aspect of this story.
I actually think that looks like an homage to like a homage. I'm like a homage to Conan the Barbarian. One of the Conan the Barbarians I've seen.
Really?
I'm dead serious with the woman's body here. Yeah, he was straight up choking a wench.
Choking a wench.
Choking a witch, But that looks like I could probably if I could find it right now, but I don't have a box of Conans in this room. They're in the kitchen.
Oh. Johnston Tim is great, but the DCAU hasn't been as good since Dwayne McDuffie passed away. Still fine, but McDuffie was amazing. Agree with you on that. Ooh. I like the architecture.
Oh yeah, I love the colors in this.
Yeah,
the colors are gorgeous. It's like an aurora borealis going on here. Very ethereal. Very. I guess that gives that Themyscira feel here.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
You're in it.
Peter Steigerwald, fantastic. Just fantastic with his coloring.
Now,
Ooh, that's what's up.
This is fucking crazy. I love this.
Yeah.
Because this makes it look so out of this world. That's how you want this character to look, out of this world.
Yeah, it's a crazy looking Doomsday. And of all the stuff he's drawn in this book so far, if you guys look at the black and white or the penciled version of this, the gallery edition, this was one of the characters where he actually did lean a little bit heavier with the rendering in. And it's he brought out which it actually works because everybody else is very line art, very clean for the most part. And you get to this character, the way he's drawn, it is very, very dark, very evil, very, rendered.
This is very fantasy. This is a very fantasy looking version.
Look at that.
But this is pure fantasy. Like, to me, this is something like it's less alien, more fantasy. I see. And it works.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's a gallery edition. Yeah.
Maybe before we get out of here, I'll just show you real quick what it's awesome. I think I paid like $180 for it. You probably have to find it on eBay or some other secondary store because I don't think it's in print anymore. But it's definitely something to have in your collection, guys.
So fucking crazy.
Especially with these, seeing these, because the gallery edition is 11 by 17. It's his original pencils. So seeing pages like this, that big, just to look at. And what I love about the gallery edition too, is you can see all the ghost lines he did, where he drew something, decided he didn't like it, so he erased it and he drew over it, and you can just see all the little things in his art, which as an artist, I love seeing that. Yeah, this is great. This is also what I love about Loeb's writing. Kind of like with Batman Hush, when he was like, we're going to do a story that has all of Batman's rogue galleries, and we're just going to throw everything at Batman. We're going to do all this spectacular stuff. And this is like, let's have Batman and Superman fight Doomsday. And besides that, let's have them fight an army of Doomsdays. That would be cool.
I mean, but he makes it work. There isn't anything that he's ever written that I have not liked. Everything that he did over at Marvel, everything that he's done at DC, just everything. It just works. He knows how to make it work. And no matter who he chooses to work with, I don't know if he's choosing to work with them or they're pairing them up. I'm not quite sure. I mean, they have a great working relationship, you can tell. He did a lot with Tim Sale. He did stuff with Arthur Adams. I mean, Turner. There's a ton of people.
Brad says, "Are you getting the Mcfarlane Spider-Man Artist Edition?" I'm going to. Yep, I'm definitely going to get that. Not going to miss out on that one. Oh,
that is such a great action pose there.
Yeah, I like it without having to use speed lines or anything, but you can still feel the impact. You can feel the motion and everything in these. Look at that big old axe with them. I love it.
See,
nice.
You don't necessarily always need speed lines if it's done.
Yeah.
Correctly like this, I would say. Otherwise, I feel there are other artists that would need the speed lines to kind of convey the action that's going on.
I think to me, it all depends on just style. Like I like speed lines, but you don't have to use speed lines for everything. Speed lines work when you use it for the right thing. That's the best way I can say it. Like when you're doing something, you can really show more power, more impact with speed lines. But not everything requires speed lines. Now you see down here, there's a little bit of speed lines in there, just a little bit within the colors. Showing a little bit more of an impact.
Has his power.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
The eye panel there is gorgeous. Just right in between that.
Oh, and that's reflection too.
And the reflection that's in it, yeah.
I don't think I ever caught that before, honestly. That's cool. Good silhouette there. Yes. I like that. And this this scene, coming up is not that. What the fuck that is. This scene is my favorite in this. Like this kind of shows you that power. I love it. I want to talk about the power of Superman. Doomsday homage to be more precise. Hail Stippling Vaughn, good to see you. We got Bretsky the Great, so salute the chat, salute to you. Hey, I just love this. Like, this is a powerful Superman right there. He's like, I'm done fucking around. I'm taking all these fuckers out.
You ripped my suit, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just a great shot. I like it. I just like the kind of, it's an upward shot, cape in the background. Yeah. The colors just really, the red and the yellows and the oranges all in there. Just make that just gorgeous.
Looks like he's going to break someone in half.
Yeah. He absolutely does. That's cool too. Just the carnage just left. Yeah.
Love that.
I don't think I could do that twice. I like that. Yeah, Jeff Loeb, he's the man.
Yes.
Is he doing anything? Has he done anything lately? I haven't seen a lot of stuff from him, or at least that I've seen him credited to.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I know he does more work on like movies and TVs, series and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love for him to go back and pick up Ultimate X with our Adams. I'll buy it. I asked our Adams, I was like, why did you guys stop Ultimate X? And he's like, tell Jeff Loeb, I'll write it, I'll draw it again. Like, I'll find him. I will. I will.
Well, I mean, so this was before Jeff Loeb's son died. And I do notice, or I did kind of notice a big drop off in his work after his son passed away.
What does this come out? 2005? I'm just like looking at the ads. Like,
yeah, it's somewhere
2005, 2006. I know I was in high school when this came out.
High school?
I was in high school. I was like, I think it was my junior year.
I was not in high school.
You act like I just said I was like in preschool at the time.
I know. I think I was like I was like 22 or 23 when this came out, I believe.
Yeah, it was like I was either like sophomore or junior when this book came out.
Yeah. Jeff Loeb was doing more TV, I think. Yeah, he did. He definitely. Hey, he was responsible for. I mean, the reason why that Daredevil Netflix TV series was so great because he was the showrunner on that, I believe.
Yeah, he does a lot of that stuff now. Super.
Yeah,
super
for sure.
Pure Vegeta.
High school. Yeah. Yeah, that Game Boy Advance ad. That's what I love actually about the older books. You know, look back and see all the old ads for stuff.
The toy ad in there.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering. A place to take names.
There you go.
Now, this page I absolutely love.
This one?
Yeah.
Let's get it. Look close. A lot of characters in there. Yeah.
A lot of characters. There's a lot of movement going on, kind of, but then at the same time, it's like a standstill there.
Yeah, a lot of storytelling.
Just this profile, her profile here.
Yeah.
The body. Looks great. There's a lot of storytelling.
Yeah, yeah. There's way more panels than I'd want to draw. That's like my limit. Like 5 is my limit. 5 or 6. After that, that's wicked. Yeah, there's a lot of action. I mean, he's cramming a lot of stuff into these panels in this book.
The faces on the women are so good. Even the big Barda's face there at the top, just very sultry like almost.
Oh yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. The Master, Big Barda. I opened my comic shop a few years prior to this. Oh, nice. Hope that's still going good.
Even Big Boss.
Even. Now, these demon dogs or whatever, cool as shit.
So cool. There's a lot of fantasy
Yeah, you're
aspects
right.
and like elements within this as far as artwork goes. Like I look at this and I see a lot of fantasy because I love fantasy, but I see it. I see more fantasy elements than I do superhero elements.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it's probably exactly what Loeb was going for, because Loeb's one of those guys that can write to his artist. What's his artist strengths? What will they draw well? What do they like to draw? He's like, I can do that. And Turner was, why am I losing my light? I feel like I've been losing my light ever since we started this stream.
Just get a lamp like me. I don't even have a ring light. Get a lamp. Just get a little lamp.
I've got like 2 lamps.
I got a book. It's a book lamp, really. To be honest, it's like a book light. I have it clipped up.
And turn the light up here.
So ghetto up in here.
It's like I'm just disappearing the light over here to try to make the comics come through. That's a little bit better though. But anyway, Loeb can draw or can write to his artist. So if he knows the strength of Turner is more fantasy or the stuff that he loves to draw, he's gonna put that into I love lamp. Yeah. Hail the anvil. Good to see you. You glow. I do. That's my personality.
He's ethereal. That's what it is.
There we go. It's all about the light. Like I said, I got a horrible light down here. You used to have a great setup. I don't know what happened. And if you look back at some of my old live videos of this, like the pictures were great, the lighting was great. I don't know what happened down here to mess that all up. But it's annoying is what it is. So yeah, anyway, fantasy drawing. He leans into his artist. Knows what his artists like to draw. He plays to his artist's strengths when you're writing the script. That to me is the calling card of a good writer.
That is fucking awesome.
Oh man, that is great.
Sorry, I'm swearing so much tonight, but goddamn.
You can swear on this show. That's all right.
My eyes, like,
plays for it.
I don't even know where my eyes are so happy. I'm like, I must be going cross-eyed on this camera right now because I don't even know where I want to look. I want to see everything on this page.
Yeah. Yeah, the colors also bring, just make everything pop so well. So nice. Love the palette in here.
Just so cool.
Okay, I don't think I need this light anymore. Turn that light off.
Yeah.
This light off.
Definitely the 2000s and something. 2005.
Harry Potter.
There's nothing wrong with Harry Potter.
Hey, I like me some Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter hater.
Oh, good.
It's I love that. Cool castle there, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Harry Potter. In fact, Reaper Destroyer has some Dementor kind of feel to the way I created his cape. So that's an awesome shot.
That is an awesome shot.
I don't think it was until really like the Zack Snyder kind of Superman that you really kind of saw this kind of look with Superman's eyes when he lit up, when he's getting ready to use his laser beams, and just kind of gives it not really an evil look, you know what I'm saying, but just a very intimidating. I mean, think about it. Like, that's a hell of a weapon right there that he's about to use.
I feel like they did a lot of that in the Injustice video games.
See, I never really played those.
Yeah, I don't know who was the designer of Injustice, but I actually enjoyed that video game.
Ooh.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Everything about that.
I'm about to throw these lamps on the fucking window. Sorry. I'm very annoyed here.
I threw a cat out the door, so
Yeah,
I
like
mean, one of us is getting ASPCA called on us, and it ain't you. No.
Like I swear, like since this stream started, I went from having decent light to like now I'm struggling, and I don't know
See,
why.
the only thing that sucks about this is that the page, just where the page folds.
Mm-hmm.
But that would have been like just a great promotional poster as well for the series if you think about it, but it would spoil things.
But it really is probably the best part to have the page because you're not messing up his face or anything.
Yeah. I would have just moved his body over a little bit, but then it would have ruined her positioning.
Yeah, I was just gonna say her positioning
personally.
too. Not to just inflate CG's head, but that detailed bats page Kayla liked reminds me big time of a Cyberfrog page. Oh, there's some definitely, yeah. Well, yeah, that might be too. These pages might be a lot more glossy than some of the stuff we were looking at, like with the Batman, Superman, or the Superman Spawn. Yeah, the reflectiveness of these pages are definitely a pain in the ass sometimes trying to capture them on camera. I love that face though. Again, great face.
Great face.
Very attractive. I've always been about trying to learn how to draw attractive people. Even though they're drawings, there's something I got from Silvestri. Silvestri could always draw very attractive looking people. Turner, same way. Campbell, the same way, for the most part. Sometimes his guys can be a little cartoony. Yeah.
To be continued.
This was an awesome cover. I love
that look. That cover at one point was worth I forget what it was, going for 20 at first, and then it went up to 50 at one point, dropped down. I don't know what it is now, but at one point people were grading that cover.
Really?
I remember. Yes.
Nice.
We had graded copies of that.
Hail, Mad Ruth. Good to see you. I love the hairstyle. In fact, I kind of took a little bit of her hairstyle from my character, Vanessa. A little bit, not all the way, but this was a little bit of an inspiration for the hairstyle I have of my Vanessa character. It was based on the evil Supergirl hairstyle.
I could kind of see it now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, I didn't completely rip it off, but
no, it's yours is different. But definitely the little spiking hair pieces here, the volume.
I like big hair. Big hair is great. Hail, Insaniac Straws. Good to see you. Also got Comic Book Bob in the house. Turner's Batman is in this story is a Giga Chad.
Giga Chad is the word of the night.
Yeah. Matt, a really good newsprint. I misspelled the newsprint. Modern comics don't smell the same.
Our book is newsprint, and it's a pain in the ass to print, and it's easy to fuck up. Let me tell you that much. We just went through a nightmare. Newsprint, there's a reason why they don't do newsprint like that anymore. I will tell you people firsthand.
Yeah.
Whew.
I think I'm going to go with a more of a matte for Reaper Destroyer. I was thinking about it the other day. Although when I go to print that book, I'm going to get multiple proofs of different kind, and I'll spend the money to get different physical proofs with different kind of paper types because I want to see which one looks and feels the best in person.
There's a silk touch paper. John Hervey used it on his campaign for Black Tiger.
Really?
It's the best feeling paper I've ever touched in my life. I was molesting the book. I literally I don't know what kind of paper it was, but it was the best paper I've ever felt in any comic book. I was like this.
It's a silk.
It's like a silk. It's called a silk. I think it's a silk touch. That's what he said. And it's awesome too because it's not like, I'll pull up a thing. So it's like not super glossy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not super glossy. It's like semi matte, but
okay.
It just, I'm like this.
Huh.
It makes you want to keep reading even more just because it feels so good. So I don't know what the hell is the best feeling paper I've ever felt in any.
I was gonna say he's found something. Yeah.
Like,
oh shit. Oh shit. You got the kryptonite ring out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aliens vs Predator. What a shit movie. Hated those movies. That's pretty cool. Peter Samedi would argue otherwise about newsprint. It would be interesting, an interesting discussion.
Pete's a good friend, and actually Spencer publishes 2 of his books through Alterna, but I'm not talking about Alterna's newsprint. I'm talking about we went and tried to do our own newsprint for our campaign, and we got fucked royally. 75% damages. Okay. So you have to be very careful with newsprint. Extremely careful. So
I love this shot. Absolutely love it. I also like how it's drawn, like script wise, with Superman's face. Like, he definitely doesn't want to do it, but he does it. I dig it.
Why are you making me do this?
Why are you making me beat you? This is your fault.
Oh, we got the sex bots in here.
Yeah, hail the sex bots. How's it going? Good to see you.
There we go.
Being here. What's up?
We got JJ Lips ZY. I don't even know what that means.
If Sean was here, he'd be like, mod them all, give them wrenches. Drop those links.
Does this mean 2 lips female sign with a man? Is that a threesome symbol? Are we getting?
I don't. Oh shit! Yeah, maybe that's. I don't know. Maybe
is there someone? Is there? It's like a.
I don't know. That could be.
Is it a cuck? Is it a cuck?
Yeah, I was saying that could be dude porn. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Rick, knock those fuckers out if you could, please.
Oh, thanks.
I do appreciate him being here, though.
Rick just posted our second chance campaign.
Thank you. Everybody go check that out, please. Comic Book Bob says newsprint is made to be disposable. It's not for collectors. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, for the old school stuff. Yeah, I mean, comics were never designed to be collectibles back in the day. That's why they're printed very cheaply. You read them a couple times, toss them out, or they get torn up by the dog or something. Newsprint is cool for a nostalgia kind of feel. I don't personally like it, but I know there are some people that actually dig it. And some books definitely look good on it for sure.
It depends on what you're writing. If there's a theme of what you're writing, I feel like. Also, I would say newsprint is really great for crafting things afterwards. If you're going to cut up your comics, that is. I will say.
Justin said, whatever you go with, don't use a low weight on your interior pages with gloss. It flutes and it's so annoying. Ask EVS. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yep.
Getting my second cat out of here because apparently only one can stay in here. Hold on.
Okay. The Anvil said Superman's supposed to use an open hand. That's a good point. They only show up when you pull them up. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. City of Rot 2 second chance campaign. Also pick up the Shelby Robertson blood foil campaign right there. Dropping links. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it, brother. Awesome shot of Batman. I always loved him all armored up here. It's a very kind of Wolverine-like pose, I would say. With that, you could definitely see. Which brings me to, I would have loved to have seen Michael Turner's take on Wolverine, because I don't know exactly what he was going to do at Marvel before he passed, but you have to think he was going to at least be put on something that was dealing with Wolverine. And that would
he was sick. Actually going to be doing the artwork on Ultimate Wolverine. Which I think Ultimate awesome. Wolverine, I think Jeff Loeb actually might have done. He was also supposed to do variant covers for the Civil War miniseries. And he was supposed to be doing the Wolverine ongoing series, Wolverine Origins. I do think he do a Fantastic Four artwork at Marvel?
He did there's a ton of he actually did a ton of art for Marvel, a lot of covers and maybe stuff that never saw print. I don't know, but you can find a ton of his Marvel work online. Wolverine stuff, Fantastic Four, yeah, some Civil War stuff for sure. So he was starting to kind of ramp up the excitement for what he was going to do at Marvel, and then it just obviously, because of his health deterioration, never came to fruition. Unfortunately, it would have been absolutely amazing to see him do some.
Isn't
Go ahead.
That's Ethan Van Sciver's Green Lantern right there? That Rebirth.
Oh shit! It is. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I just realized my camera's off. I just
Jeff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver.
That sold so well in the comic shop.
That's what's up. Heyo. Still probably my favorite Supergirl costume.
I think so too. I like it best as well.
There we go. That's a fun shot.
That was also a variant cover as well.
This was,
and it was also a store promo. Yeah, I believe it was a variant cover that looked like that. Yeah, they re-released it not for this series. I think they re-released it for another series, like as a tribute. I want to say, I could be wrong. I mean, too many years in the comic shop.
Right.
Too many years, too many books, too many covers. Now that is action-packed there.
That is.
I just wish that one panel was larger, to be honest. I wish
one?
That was this panel here where she's like, no, this. I wish that was a left page reveal.
Yeah.
That would have, to me, it would have looked a lot better just revealing it that way and doing it full size instead of having this fucking ad here.
Yeah, and that's that's the thing about the mainstream books. You gotta have those ads. Just throw them all in there. Kind of does, mess up a flow of books sometimes.
But if it would have been a left page reveal right there, they could have ended with that. That would have been fine. But that's where they fucked up in that book, in my opinion.
Bastards. That's all I gotta say. All right, last one of the run. The big throwdown between Superman and Darkseid. Love this. And this, I love this because this is a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see Superman actually just power up. Dig it. Everything's going bad today. Finally got my camera looking kind of decent, and I can't keep it in one spot. The lighting sucks. Oh, we gotta go anyhow. Remember Jean-Paul Azrael, Batman's replacement when Bane broke his back? Reminds me of that armor Wolverine-ish Batman. Yeah, Azrael was cool. Very cool character. No.
That's such a fucking awesome shot too.
Yeah. Great lighting. Love it. Again. This is, yeah.
I had to. I couldn't control myself.
But this is what I love about how Turner draws hair. There's so much movement in the hair itself, with just the individual strands of the clump of hair going. I just love it. So fun. That's got to be so fun to draw.
It's very realistic, actually, if you think about it. I mean, anyone that knows me knows I was a hairdresser for 12 years.
Yeah.
I've always worked multiple jobs. That is actually very realistic movement. It wouldn't stay perfect.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and this is just an epic fight. For Loeb, again, Loeb drawing this is just, going from Smallville here and at his home, going up to friggin' space and fighting up in the atmosphere. I mean, this is an epic battle. if you wanted to see these two characters have a knockdown drag out fight, this is the book that you go and check it out, in my opinion.
Yes, definitely. This is
Fighting the sun. Yeah, like so good. Look at that.
It's fucking crazy.
Jeez. Very cinematic.
Oh, definitely. I feel like the way that Jeff Loeb writes, he wrote everything out that it could become a TV show or a movie.
Right. Great point.
Because it reads like how you would view it.
Yeah, I can definitely like hear like a soundtrack in my head where this is playing, you know, just like the score of like a movie or the show just playing as they're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I love this Superman stopping his punch with his hand. Like that's just, again, this is showing like Superman just pissed the fuck off. He saw his cousin obliterated in front of him, and he's just kind of going all out, just showing you like how powerful he is, just kicking Darkseid's ass. Love it. This is the kind of Superman I like to see, and that's why I like his character so much, because you know this is what he can do, and he holds back all the time. That's why I like his character, because he is such a powerful character. He could take everybody out, and he holds back. I love this scene.
This is just insane.
Yeah. Yeah, like Jeff, I mean, for him to think of this, he must have just been giddy writing this story, but like, oh man, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this. Ah, it's so good. It was great storytelling. I love the design, like how Turner designed the wall.
Oh, this is amazing. This is pure fantasy to me. Like, this kind of looks like something you would see out of a Spawn book, actually, in a way.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, just some of the characters, like, man, look at that. Oh, that had to be so fun to draw.
It's like a Spawn book meets a Magic card, actually.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get
Comic Book Bob said, I love how he trapped Darkseid in the source wall. Yeah. I thought it's just a great idea. You know, what better way to end the fight than just fucking boom, taking you here? Like that's just
bitch.
Great. Yeah. It's just great. So good. Yeah, this was a fun run. This is some of my favorite work by Turner with his DC run. Obviously, you know, I loved it. I just love all of Turner's stuff, but this was inspiring to me at the time as a 22-year-old, 23-year-old artist that was really getting back into drawing again. This was one of the things that pulled me back into comics, pulled me back into drawing, was this particular run on Batman, Superman. So good. I like his side profiles of Superman. I like that better than his like straight on Superman look.
Look at Batman. No there, no down. I'm sorry.
I dig
it. Looks Ric Flair-ish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so now that I'm remembering, in the cartoon, he doesn't trap Darkseid in the wall, right? Kara is the one that beats Darkseid.
Yeah, they have Kara save the day, but it's because what they're trying. I hate when they do shit like that. Just follow it like it is. We don't need her. You know, she has her other stories. You know, you want her to be a strong woman, use one of her other stories. You don't need to do all that shit. I hate when they do that. I think it's actually disgraceful, and I think it's just she looks stronger there too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice that? Must have been training with all those Amazons.
Yeah.
But look at even the way that he did her thighs and everything, her body proportions there. That's a dynamic pose, number one, but it's also a pose that conveys like strength.
Yeah. We got Luke in the house. Hail, Luke. Also, Rocky Salvatore? I don't know. I'm sorry. Butchered your last name. Woo! I thought she was dead.
You have to read it and find out.
Yeah, I'd have to read back and figure out how she came back, but or how that was. Honestly, I can't quite remember. I'm in it for the art. All right, let me turn this light off and talk to all of you for a second, so I'm not angeled out anymore. Move that. Boom. So now it's so dark. Now it's so dark.
I feel like I'm like in the bat cave compared to you.
So yeah, one of these days I'm gonna figure out my settings. I'm glad I was able to get my camera fixed a little bit, so at least it was not just going out of focus on me 100%. But the lighting, the show is built around looking at comic books, and I've just had such a struggle over the last couple months. I don't know why.
At least the camera's not shaking anymore. So
yeah. Comic Book Bob said this is my favorite of his work, along with his Ballistic miniseries, which I do think his Ballistic miniseries was amazing. And the Witchblade Wolverine crossover, nice. Yeah,
I got those there. I think I told that last time.
The Fathom stuff was great. He worked with Joe Weems on that with inks, so that was fantastically done. I do like his Soulfire stuff, but I think I like the early Soulfire where later on in Turner's career you could kind of see health stuff reflecting in his art. The more so you go back and look at some of his last stuff that he did before he passed away, you can kind of see, not that his art was slipping or anything, but there was something going on that wasn't quite the same, and I would say it probably had something to do with health related with all of that. But yeah, that Ballistic run was amazing by Turner. Witchblade was great. Fathom was awesome. The Superman Batman run that we just looked at was still some of my favorite work he did, and I'm still to this day so sad we didn't get to see his Marvel run, because I think that would have been epically awesome if he had gotten into some of the Marvel characters and did some of the stuff that they were hinting at that was going to happen.
I agree with you. Although Fathom is my favorite, I will say, out of his stuff, because that fantasy element that's within it and what he brought to the comic genre.
And what was cool about Fathom is that was the first book where it was his first creator-owned title. Mm-hmm. He was writing it, and he really based it around the stuff that he loved, which was ocean and water sport. He was a big fan of the ocean and all that kind of stuff, and it reflects in his story and in his art with that whole book. So that was kind of cool to see a piece of him put into that storyline. I miss the dude's art. I've said it before, like if he hadn't passed away, I think he would probably be one of the top artists of all time. If he was still, like you're talking about, like what, he passed away in 2008, 2009, something like that.
I think it was 2009. Maybe was it 2009?
Yeah, it was 2009 or 2008. It could have been
2008. It was in June.
It was 2008.
It was June 2008. I remember.
Okay.
I think if someone Google that. I might not be right.
Figure it out.
Google it. Figure it out. I think it was June 2008.
Well, we're talking about a potential another 15 years or so of his art career, just doing whatever. Like I think he would have been solidly on the top of the list for sales and all that kind of stuff, because the dude was just a superstar. Everybody loved him. I mean, like he was on top of the world when he passed away. So it's good. I love pulling out his art and still looking at it whenever we get a chance. Especially guys that had a shorter career, I guess you could say, of their work. It's not as big as some of these guys like Silvestri that goes back to freaking the 80s till now that you could look at. Turner was a lot more condensed with his career, so there's a lot less to look at. So it's kind of fun to be able to go back and just always remember the stuff that we did have that he was able to produce. when he was alive.
It's like Drew Hayes as well that did Poison Elves. Drew Hayes was another incredible artist. I could probably find a thing of Poison Elves and show you, but Poison Elves was a very unique series. But he passed away very young too. So, but his work was even more smaller, very different style than Michael Turner, of course, but
yeah. Comic Book Bob says we lost him and Mike within a year of each other. I didn't know that. He says 2007, 2008. Okay, that's what I was thinking. His Civil War covers were great. His X-Men covers too. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I've even got some posters. I forgot. I've got a poster of his Hulk, a poster of like the X-Men with Cable. Yeah, he was starting to really ramp up the stuff he was doing at Marvel. I think he would have had a really epic run at Marvel, and that would have just shot him into. He was already a superstar, but that would have just put him over the top, in my mind, if he had done a run at Marvel. Guys, if you get a chance, please go check out Type 1 on Indiegogo. It's a sign up right now. It's the mailing list. This will probably, I think he's aiming to launch in September. Depends on a lot of things, but if you guys get a chance, please go sign up for this. It's got amazing colors by the legendary Dan Kemp, who is if you remember Spawn, specifically towards the 100s and past that, that was Dan Kemp's colors. He's done a lot of stuff, but I like to bring up Spawn because that was my favorite work that he did. But he's the interior colorist on this book. This will be a fun book. Sign up for Sean. If update on Sean real quick, everybody. He's going to be taking a leave of absence indefinitely for a while until he comes back. He's dealing with some heavy stuff at home. All I will say is just keep him and his family in your prayers, and I'm sure if he wants to talk about it when he gets back, he will. So just a shout out to Sean. I love you, brother. And yeah, just everyone go sign up for his campaign. I know he's working hard on that despite everything. So Green Laser said April 21st. Oh, 1971 to 2008. There you go. June 27th.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I remember
miss Sean. I miss Sean on here tonight.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So,
So we'll, like I said, everybody just keep him in your prayers, well wishes, all that good stuff right now. And
definitely sign up for Type 1. You don't want to miss this at all. You want to be in the know when it goes live, and plus it's for a really good cause as well. He's worked super hard on it, and it's going to blow your mind, I'm sure. With all the knowledge that he has, the book is going to be killer.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I mean, dealing with Type 1 is he's a diabetic, so it plays into, it's basically him as a superhero kind of thing, just kind of having a superhero that deals with having diabetes. All factors into like the personal aspect of this project for him. And he's also doing a lot of work with juvenile diabetes. I can never remember the actual name of the institution he's working with, but
pull it up.
Yeah, he's doing stuff like auctioning off original art that all goes to these kids. I think we were talking about it. There might be a tier on his campaign that's like sponsor, almost like sponsor kid, like buy a book for a child that's got type or a diabetes that you can send this book to them. So he's doing a lot of stuff besides just the comic book aspect of stuff. This is something that's close to his heart. So definitely go sign up for it. It's gonna be a fun book in the vein of the 90s Extreme Studios kind of aspect. Look at that cat. It's a giant cat.
She's actually a very tiny cat. She's just up close to the laptop. She weighs like 4 pounds. She's slinky though.
Witchblade Predator. I don't remember that one. That's crazy.
Oh, also too, if you sign up, there's an opportunity for you to get the Mike McCannon Prism card. So, and we have the sex bots back. It's because we're talking about Sean, and
I was just gonna say they have returned. Hello,
it's because Sean really is the best looking one when we're all streaming. That's what it is.
Hey, I love Sean, man. Let's just say, like, we're tied for this good looking. All right. Bruise my ego a little bit. His backgrounds for those crossovers were on point leave.
On point leave? What?
On point. His backgrounds for those crossovers were on point leave. I'm not sure what the leave is.
I'm not. Is it sex spot sleeve. I don't know.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Oh no.
What is going on here?
Hail Mortal Rising, good to see you. Yeah, and the sex bots. We're all about the sex bots tonight. And this is the place to be for apparently.
Yes.
But yeah, just again, shout out to Sean. Love your brother, miss you. We can't wait to get you back, but you know, it'll be a while. That's all I gotta say, guys. It'll be a while. So we got Daniel in the house. Hearts. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. That is not what I wanted to share. What is going on here? Oh, there it is. That's why. Also, if you guys get a chance, Reaper Destroyer, go check it out if you haven't checked it out. This is my comic book. It's on Indiegogo now. We are in demand. I'm going to be working on this throughout the year, and hopefully we can get this out. We got this awesome Dale Keown cover that's going to be hand-colored by the legendary Joe Chiodo, who's the guy that did the colors for the original Pit #1, which this is going to be an homage to Pit #1. I got all the original guys that worked on that book doing the cover here. So we got Dale, obviously, who drew the cover to Pit #1's doing the art on this. We got Chance Wolf is going to mock up the Reaper Destroyer logo to make it look like that iconic Pit splatter. And Joe Chiodo is going to go through and hand color this and make it just look badass, awesome 90s just kind of feel. So this is going to be a straight up Pit #1 homage cover. It's going to look beautiful when it's done. I can't wait to see it. Got Kyle Ritter still working on the colors to the wraparound cover, the main cover to the campaign. He had to take a little bit of a break to do some more Cyberfrog work for that Second Chance campaign that came out. And they also have the Shelby Robertson badass variant cover there. So if you guys hadn't checked this out, please go check it out today. The Destroyer tier, which is $200, is probably the best bang for your buck. There's a $300 value in this campaign or in this tier. So for $200, you're getting a shit ton of stuff. You get everything that we provide here, including the exclusive full foil ash can that's only in this tier. And also you get the statue. The statue we release is in that tier as well. So you back that once, you pretty much get everything. So I know it's a little pricey tag, but it is the best bang for your buck, hands down.
It's worth it.
I didn't want to type. Oh, I got you. So you just went with leave. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're like, what?
Yeah, you're right. Some people's names, if you're not like on a desktop where it automatically pops up and you can select it, it is kind of hard to say hi to people in the chat sometimes if you're on your phone. That's for sure. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I can think of. Kayla, you got anything going on you want to talk about?
So the City of Rot damages and Second Chance campaign is up. We just hit 2,254. We have 55 backers now. We had a $500 flexible goal. So basically, we have our undamaged copies, and then we have a bunch of damaged copies, and then we have everything up from sketch cards. We have a t-shirt that's out. Shelby's doing a blood foil variant that is going to look so sick. I can't wait until it gets posted. I'm like so excited about that. I believe Anthony Gambino did something for the campaign as well too, but we're trying to figure out what to do. We have metal variants that we were doing. Those are all sold now. We have our Darcy poster. So yeah, check it out. City of Rot, Second Chance campaign. And as for like the damaged books, they're good to give out at Halloween time. We're not raising the price on them or anything. We're just selling them as is. Look at Spencer came in at a good time. Yes, as I was talking about the campaign. I was just I swear to God, he has tabs on me.
Yeah.
He's like, I know what my editor is doing at all times.
Like, pop in just to say, hey. We got Green Laser, the Green Laser dropping links there for everybody. Go check that out, guys, please.
Yes, it's super affordable and help us get back at that printer pretty much so we can have our other projects come out, including my book that's being pushed back. So yes. Check us out.
Survive Infinity 0088 says, good night, Joe and Kayla chat. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you guys all being here. Yeah, thank you guys. This is fun. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week. Still messing around with the cameras, messing around with the lights. I know the discussions have been pretty good. There is a topic that I'm going to wait till Sean gets back to do that he kind of brought up, so we're going to wait on that. As far as Ott and stuff goes, I don't know what's going to go on with Ott and stuff for the next few weeks. I know we have some guests booked that I'm going to have to figure out what we're doing, because with Sean taking his leave of absence sounds like the drug. I don't know what was actually going to go on with the show for a while, so we might shelve that show for a little bit, and we might just do this show for a while while we're waiting for Sean to get back. I'll let you all know what's going on. This is kind of all stuff that's a little bit new and up in the air right now, so but just keep an eye on this channel for updates on that, and I'll let you guys know for sure. But we will be back next Tuesday with this show. We are doing for the members, so we got 2 new members tonight. Thank you very much, appreciate that. We're doing an art giveaway, I think either next week or 2 weeks from today, where we will raffle that off to any one of our members, and we will give away some of my original art to you guys, and that's for being a member of this channel. We're going to do that every 4 months, and this is the very first time we're going to do it, and we'll do another one at the end of the year. So if you want a chance for that, please sign up for or become a member of the channel, and we're working on making that more engaging. The more members we get, and more stuff we can kind of give out to people. We're still kind of building here slowly, so I do encourage that. We're working on a lot of fun things. Bordeaux, he says, I just got here. Hail. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, we just got some new people jumping in. Maromi's here. Hail. Good to see you guys. Sorry there were, yeah. Joe, I need to make some art for you, man. Let's do it. I like it. I like when people make art for me. What happened to Sean? Sean, it's so what's going on with Sean is his personal stuff, but he can talk about it when he gets back. It's just, I'll let you know that it's a very serious nature of what's going on with him and his family. And all I would say is just keep him in your thoughts and prayers through this tough time, is what I'd say. Yep. So, yeah, so I'm sure he'll get into it if he wants to when he gets back, but he'll be out for a while. So, yeah, just keep him in your thoughts, guys. Hail chat, everybody. Have a good one. You too. McShort, yo, good to see you. Good to see you. So yes, art giveaway in a couple weeks. Become a member of the chat if you want to be entered into that, and you could win original art from me. I think that's it. I think that's all I got, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight, looking at some awesome art. We will be back next Tuesday. Kayla might be here. You can be here next Tuesday?
I'll be here next Tuesday. It's just the Tuesday after. I'm going to be in Hawaii.
Hawaii? Oh, shit. Vacation.
I'll be in Hawaii I come back on the 26th. I'm going to go swim with sharks.
Oh, shit. You're going to get into the shark cage?
I'm not.
You're going to actually swim with sharks?
I'm actually going to go swim with sharks.
Fuck that.
I got no fear. I'm going to record it with my GoPro. I got a
just
GoPro.
Just don't get eaten. Yeah, just don't get eaten.
I'm not going to get eaten. I'm 100% sure. There's a couple people, they're a lot bigger than me. So if anything, they're going to get mistaken for a seal.
Oh, there you go.
It ain't going to be
me.
There
you go.
I mean, if anything, I'm going to bring a diving knife with me and maybe some shark repellent.
Yeah. Well, you know what I heard, that like if a shark's coming for you, you're supposed to like put your hand on their like snout or their nose and just push up, and it like completely takes them out.
Well, I got my GoPro too, like a big stick, and I also got like this like a diving suit, like not a snorkel suit, but it's a diving suit. It's a rash guard, and it has certain patterns on it, so sharks can't see certain patterns.
Really?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. They're making surf suits like that, so I'm gonna be doing that.
I think it would be fun to be in a shark cage. I think I'd do that.
I've done it.
Like I think I would do that. It'd be freaky as hell. But I don't know if I would swim sharks. Like that's on a different level.
I have to do it. It's always been on my bucket list. I have to do it. I love the ocean. I got to do it, man. I just will be respectful, and whatever happens, happens. But if it's my time, it's my time. Otherwise, we're going to come back a cyborg or something, I'll get one of those big gun legs, like, what's that?
Oh, in the Terror Planet.
Yeah, I'll have a
movie.
gun leg.
Yeah.
I'll come back with a gun leg.
Robert Frank says comic skater eaten by sharks. Headlines sell books. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Wicked smart. Wicked smart.
Yeah.
Swim
I
with
don't know
sharks.
if it's wicked smart or stupid. Crazy, maybe.
That's
That
true.
shark repellent.
Batman had his shark repellent. That's true. I remember that for sure.
I
Sharks
swam
are
with
safer
wild
than
dolphins.
dolphins.
I swam with wild dolphins plenty
With
of times,
wild
but they
dolphins, really?
definitely say I've never done like I won't do any of the ones in the seaquariums or whatever the hell seaquarium, I think aquarium that they do that
yeah.
shit. It's like very abusive to the animals, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think
Where
so.
they go for rides or they push.
Yeah, I
people
think
and all
it's
that kind of
that's
stuff?
horrible. I want to see them in a natural environment. Like that's just how I am. How can you see something like when it's not in its natural environment? It's not going to act like its true self.
Yeah.
So yeah, dolphins
that's
I
true.
guess have wraparound penises and they drag you down to the depths and rape you. So I've heard. So I've heard. Didn't happen to me, but I've heard.
Yeah. Oh wow. I don't know what to say about that, guys.
I guess it's true. I guess it's true. Yeah. I guess that's it. Dolphin penises and swimming with sharks. I don't know.
Well, it all sounds like fun, I guess.
Wasn't included in Fathom, I swear.
Bordeaux says story of my life. Yeah. I guess they were the boys earlier then. Yeah. Jeez. All right. Great way to end the show. I love it. Love it. Dolphin penises.
Dolphin penises.
I like it.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Where is my outro? There it is. We'll see you all next Tuesday. Everyone have a good night. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to you later. Peace.